Hey everybody, Nifty Thrifty Girl featuring a little convertible Kenmore today. It's one of the newer machines that we deal with. It's probably mid-80s. It's a Kenmore 10. It's still a 158 model. It's a 158 1249 and some numbers after it. But it's basically an Ultra 10, which means it has 10 stitches. And I'll go over that first. It has the yellow and the red and green. It is color-coded. As you can see, there's green here and yellow here and yellow here. It's kind of color-coded as to what you need to use and when. The red stitches are regular, which is zigzag, straight stitch, blind stitch, multi-point zigzag, and the opposite of blind stitch, which I think is overcast. I always get those two confused. But then the yellow stitches are your stretch stitches, and it has straight zigzag, like a bodice crisscross stitch. This is like a pine leaf. The green is an automatic built-in buttonholer. So, you know, if you're doing a yellow stretch stitch, it needs to be on yellow 6, and you have to push down the yellow button. You hit that lever down in the down position to do your stretch stitches, and that's your adjustment there. It has, you can feel it, and that's where you adjust the length of your stitch, so you don't have to mess with the length dial, but you can feel short to long. You can feel those settings as it's down. And then when you want to do regular stitches, you just put that lever back up and straight across. Your reverse levers here. Now these are very fragile, so you always want to be careful. I mean, you don't have to be super careful, but a lot of the machines of this era have the reverse button broken off, but this one is not. Of course, your bobbin winder on the top. It is a low shank machine. It uses 15 by 1 needles, class 15 bobbins, and it is double needle capable. Very easy to use. It does have plastic gear, but everything's been checked out. Everything's okay, and it's still going to be a good machine for a long time. It is a 1 amp, and this is still going to beat any machine that you go to Walmart or Joann's and buy today. It has a mostly metal body. The bed is plastic, and of course, I forgot to mention what I mean by convertible is this machine can be used two ways. It can be used flat bed as you see it, or you just pull off this little bed and you have a free arm. The free arms are great for shirt sleeves and pants legs and small projects as well. And also when you pull off your little deck, there's your bobbin access. So, and then this goes back on as easy as it came off, and there's a little leg here to support it so you're not breaking it down. And of course this machine is serviced and ready to go. My email is underneath the video if you'd have any questions. And keep in mind that if you're watching this video on another seller's listing, they're not offering the same machine for sale, so it's going to act a little different. And I'd kind of be concerned if I was buying from a seller that uses someone else's video to sell their own machine, which means they don't know enough about the machine. Zigzag. That's what I always forget to do on this particular machine, that if I'm on straight and I just try to widen it out, I forget that I'm still on straight. So you actually have to go straight to zigzag. And it'll take you a little while to get used to it if you've sewn before. Instead of just having to widen out the stitch, you actually have to switch back and forth. But it is what it is. We'll do multi-point zigzag. Do a stretch stitch, which this lever goes down, this goes back over to 6, and this always is on your widest width, which is 5. And we'll do another one. leaf. And as well as the other Kenmores, this has the super high clearance under the presser foot, so you can get your project under there. We're going to go back to regular stitch, and I'm going to do some denim for you. Even though it has plastic gear, you still don't have to be afraid to use the machine. It'll still do what you need it to do. This is 4 layers of denim. That is the Kenmore model 158-1249 Ultra Stitch 10 convertible free arm.